Hi, Katie. It's Catherine's mom. I'm back again, and we're going to be starting book 3 of the Mo and Dale books. This one is called The Odds of Getting Even. Chapter 1, Tupelo Landing, Inside and Out. Mr. Macon Johnson's kidnapping trial snatched Tupelo Landing inside out as sharp as Miss Rose snaps a pillowcase before she pins it to her wash line. It gave my best friend Dale Earnhardt Johnson III a triple shot of worry before the courthouse even opened its doors. In the first place, Mr. Macon Johnson is Dale's daddy. In the second place, Dale and me, co-founders of the Desperado Detective Agency, helped put Mr. Macon behind bars last summer, making us top witnesses against him. And in the third place, Dale's the first in his family ever to testify on the side of the law. The idea of his daddy's trial twisted Dale so hard he forgot how to sleep. As for me, Miss Moses Lobo, 6th grader in her prime, I looked forward to sending Mr. Macon to the slammer where he belongs. Nobody hurts Dale without hearing from me. Nobody kidnaps the Colonel and Miss Lana without answering to me either. The Colonel and Miss Lana are my family of choice, and I am theirs. As best friend, Dale is family too. Besides, a conviction would look good for Desperado Detective Agency. The case is a slam dunk, I reminded the Colonel the day before the trial. Dale and me heard Mr. Macon confess. He closed the trunk of our vintage Underbird, which used to be a Thunderbird until the T and the H fell off, and sent the Piggly Wiggly grocery cart careening across the parking lot. A slam dunk? The Colonel snorted. There's no such thing, Mo. An infinite number of things can always go wrong. The Colonel's handsome in a rugged, don't mess with me way. He wears his hair short and bristly, and his muscles strong and lean. Fasten your seatbelt, soldier, and don't get your hopes up over this trial. We zipped through Tupelo Landing, North Carolina, population 148, and headed for the cafe we run with Miss Lana at the edge of town. Cat, I said, reaching across the Colonel's arm and hitting the horn. An orange cat shot to the sidewalk. The Colonel likes to pretend he wouldn't have swerved. I know better. I waved at Dale's brother, Lavender, the dashing race car driver I will go out with in just 7 more years. As he tooled by in his blue 1955 GMC pickup truck. Miss Lana says nobody's perfect. I say Lavender proves her wrong. What do you think will happen tomorrow? I asked the Colonel. I think we'll be good friends to Dale, he said. It can't be easy to send your father to jail, even if he's Macon Johnson. And I think we'll tell the truth. Beyond that, it's a crapshoot. But if everything goes as expected, we all testify, the judge rules, and Macon goes to prison for a very long time. Of course, nothing went as expected. By sundown the next day, Dale and his mama needed a bodyguard, Lavender's life hung in the balance, and the Desperado Detective Agency had a case we'd never want in a million years. It's hard to say when things started going sideways. Life still felt on track. The Colonel and me lugged our groceries around the side of the cafe and into our home in the back half of our building. We seemed on track an hour later when Miss Lana peeked in the door to my flat, which my enemies say is nothing but a closed-in side porch opening off our living room. Do you have your courtroom outfit ready, sugar? Miss Lana asked, smoothing her Marilyn Monroe wig. Costuming counts with Miss Lana, a former child star of the Charleston Community Theater. So does staging and dramatic pauses. "Yes, ma'am," I said, nodding at my rocking chair. I laid out my new blue jeans and my clean-enough red sweater. "I'm going as a normal sixth grader," I added as my phone jangled. She sashayed off. I scooped up the receiver. "Desperado Detective Agency. Felonies are our delight. Lost pets are our duty. How may we assist you?" "Mo, it's me, Dale." Like I wouldn't recognize my best friend's voice. "Meet me outside. Daddy's invited us over, but we ain't got much time." Over would be to the county jail. "Harm's going too," he said. Harm, who's new in town, is my best friend next to Dale. I hesitated. "Miss Lana says, be sensitive, and the Colonel says to tell the truth. It can be a mind-pretzeling combination. No thank you to visiting your mean-as-a-snake daddy, but I appreciate the invitation, and I can't believe Miss Rose is taking you to county lockup," I added. "Mama's not taking me," Dale said. "Lavender is." "Lavender? I'll get my jacket," I replied and hung up the phone. 5 minutes later, Lavender wheeled his graceful old pickup truck into our parking lot. Lanky Harm Crenshaw, who has manners, hopped out and held the door for me. "Afternoon, Lobo," he said, swinging his tattered gray scarf over his shoulder. Harm's tall for a sixth grader. Lately he's been too fashionable to wear a coat, preferring to go scarf and sweater for a manly look. If Harm was old enough to shave, he wouldn't. Ever since him and Dale formed a singing group, he's trying to be popular with girls older than him. He's already popular with me. "Hey yourself, Harm Crenshaw." I peered inside the cab. "Excuse me, Dale. You're in my seat." Dale rolled his eyes, which are as blue as Lavender's, and slid out. Even his freckles looked peeved. I slipped in next to Lavender, who smelled like motor oil. Lavender will one day be NASCAR famous. Until then, he fixes things. Dale and Harm crowded in and slammed the door. If we fit any tighter, we'd have to alternate breathing. "What's Mr. Macon want?" I asked. "Nothing good," Lavender said, heading through town. "I wish you'd change your mind about visiting him, little brother." Dale shook his head. "I got things to ask. Some I can ask you and the Colonel, but some just Daddy knows. This is my last chance." He peeked at Lavender. "I wish you'd come. It's mostly you he wants to see. He says it's important." Lavender took the truck through its gears as smooth as water. "Sorry, Dale. Whatever Macon wants, I don't have it anymore." He poked at a newspaper on the dash. "You desperados made the paper again." Harm read the story out loud. The headline is, "Macon Johnson Trial Opens Tomorrow." Small-time crook Macon Johnson goes on trial tomorrow. He's accused of helping Robert Slate and Deputy Marla Everett kidnap two Tupelo Landing citizens, Miss Lana and the Colonel of cafe fame. 11-year-old Mo Lobo and Dale Earnhardt Johnson III of Desperado Detective Agency helped capture Macon Johnson and are top witnesses against him. "Daddy's mean to me and Mama, and people say we're better off without him in jail. But don't write that down, Dale told reporters at the time of the arrest. "I only turned Daddy in because he confessed to the kidnapping." Mo had a different take. "I can't wait to testify. I'll get even with Mr. Macon if it's the last thing I do." The desperados also captured Deputy Marla Everett and Robert Slate, who will stand trial next year. Their list of alleged crimes includes breaking and entering, bank robbery, kidnapping, and murder. Dale slumped. "It sounds bad when you read it in the newspaper voice." We wheeled into the jail's parking lot. "Dale, if you're determined to do this, I'll wait right here for you," Lavender said, cutting the ignition. "I know I've said it before, but I wish you wouldn't go in there." "Not this time, little brother." "I got to," Dale said. Dale could be stubborn. He looked at Harm and me. Daddy's got this set up special for us. Visiting hours are almost over. Let's roll. Mr. Macon, in the cafeteria-style visiting room, tense as a snarl of wire. Dale took a seat across from him. Harm and me sat flanking Dale like bodyguards. "Thanks for calling," Dale said. "I've been wanting to talk. I guess my messages didn't get through." He slipped a paper from his pocket. I peeked over. At the top, it said, "Things to ask." Underneath lay a haphazard spatter of words and squiggles. Dale ain't a linear thinker. Mr. Macon shot a look at the door. "Where's Lavender? It's Lavender I need to talk to, not you." "Miss Lana says never plunge into business without exchanging pleasantries." I smiled at Mr. Macon, who pretty much hates me. "I love what you've done with the place," I said. "Is that new paint? Because the gray tones really make your orange jumpsuit pop." For Lavender, he said he can't make it due to the fact that he's not coming. Dale showed up for you. "Tell Lavender to get in here. It's important." "Why?" "Because I said so." We didn't move. I watched Mr. Macon's face. All angles and planes, his eyes glittered. "Dale, how's your mama?" "She's good," Dale said, studying his notes. "It's just me and her now. I'm man of the house and I got some questions." Dale, the second smallest kid in 6th grade, the man of the house? Dale looked into his father's eyes. "If you go away, Mama and me won't have you get your get-even reputation to keep us safe anymore. I thought about getting a security system, but they cost. So I traded for a guinea fowl instead. Guineas shriek every time anything moves. You know birds. We got coyotes running at night, but Stupid plan," Mr. Macon said, his voice razor quick. He leaned forward. "I hear Lavender has a new race car. Tell him to come talk to me about it." He's going away for 15 years and he wants to talk race cars? "Time's running out, Dale," Harm whispered, glancing at the clock. Dale sighed and skipped to the last item on his list. "Good luck in court tomorrow, Daddy," he said. I hope they don't call my name to testify, but if they do, I came here to ask you to forgive me. It would mean a lot." Mr. Macon took a cigarette from behind his ear and tapped the filter on the table. "Life is about getting and then about keeping. I take care of what's mine. I hoped you'd be man enough to do the same by the time you got on that witness stand, but you always have been a mama's boy." He shrugged. Do what you got to tomorrow, boy. But remember this, I won't be here forever." Harm stood up. "That sounds like a threat." "Does it?" Mr. Macon asked, rising. Harm pushed in front of Dale and me, his hands balled into fists, and a guard bustled over. "Time to go, folks," the guard said. "Sorry, Macon." Mr. Macon glared at Dale. "It's okay, Earl. I'm done with him." Mr. Macon knows how to make words into knives, and he knows where to slice. My hate for him blossomed all over again. "Is that why you called Dale over here?" I asked. "To bully him?" "I didn't call for him," he said, walking to the door. "I want Lavender. Tell him to see me. If he won't come, tell him he'd better watch his back." "What does that mean?" I demanded. "Shut your mouth and do what I say." My temper went off like the 4th of July. "We'll get you tomorrow," I shouted. "Me and my motor mouth will make sure of it." His steps echoed down the hall. My temper's a work in progress. So far, it's all work and no progress. Dale slipped his list into his pocket. "I'm sorry, Dale," I said, my anger cooling like a kettle taken off a stove. "He just makes me so mad and—" "I know," Dale said. "Daddy brings out the worst in people. Also in dogs. It's a reverse talent he's got." Forget about him, Harm said, but of course Dale couldn't. Back in the truck, Dale sat silent as sawdust, while Harm and me filled Lavender in. Mo's right, he's a bully, Lavender told Dale. We Johnson men aren't afraid of bullies. I am, Dale said. A little bit. I'll be there tomorrow, and so will the Colonel, Lavender studied Dale's face. As for being a mama's boy, Lavender gave him a gentle shove. You're nothing like Macon. We're nothing like Macon. I'd rather be Rose's son than a Macon's boy any day of the week. That night, I plucked the Piggly Wiggly Chronicles, Volume 7, from my bookshelf, hopped into bed, and picked up my pen. The Chronicles go back to my kindergarten day when I first started writing to the upstream mother who lost me in a hurricane flood on the day I was born. I used to think I'd find her. Now I mostly write to keep track of my life, but you never know. She could show up. Dear upstream mother, Dale and me testify against Mr. Macon tomorrow, and I'll be glad to see him go. Mr. Macon's the kind of mean that you can taste in the back of your mouth. Why Miss Rose ever married him remains a mystery. Miss Lana says time and drink change people, and he used to be a better man. Today he threatened Lavender. I tossed my pen onto my book. I like writing to my upstream mother, but sometimes I need immediate answers. I hopped up and padded into the living room. The Colonel and Miss Lana dozed on Miss Lana's curlicue Victorian settee, her head resting against his shoulder. Greetings, I said, and they jumped like startled cats. Mo, Miss Lana said, blinking, can't you sleep? I hesitated. Miss Lana, I know you like me to be sensitive, so you'll be glad to know Harm and me kept Dale company over at Mr. Macon's place today. You went to the jailhouse? Miss Lana said, frowning. The guard let us in. He likes Mr. Macon. I looked at the Colonel, who somehow came to full attention without moving a muscle. Mr. Macon threatened Lavender, but when we told Lavender, he shrugged it off. The Colonel sat up. Threatened him how? He said, if Lavender won't come and see me, tell him to watch his back. The Colonel frowned. Stay away from Macon, soldier. I'll talk to Lavender tomorrow. Yes, sir. About tomorrow. Dale's scared. I'm taking care of things, he said, and my fear melted like an early snow. He stretched his wiry arms over his head. Lights out, soldier. We're fine. I didn't know then, but things were already going sideways. And that is the end of the first chapter.